Welcome back to News Now on PNC, and welcome, Joanna. Oh, what's going on with weather? It actually rained a little bit today, right?
And that kind of helped fire weather watch too, which we'll talk about. Well, a few heads up before we talk about weather. Small craft advisory is still in effect for all of the Marianas due to high winds from trade wind surge. Now, this surge is expected to move west of us by tonight, but the advisory is scheduled to expire Thursday, 6 p.m. as another high wind event is predicted on Wednesday. Fire weather watch is also in effect for Guam. Showers from yesterday and today, as I kind of talked about, did help dry materials to get wet and therefore made the fire conditions to be less conducive. But NWS says drier conditions are anticipated as, again, the trade wind surge and the other showers associated with the surge is expected to move away tonight. Fire weather watch is scheduled to expire Thursday afternoon, but could be temporarily suspended due to the pouring rain today. Let's go take a look at weather. Expect mostly cloudy skies tonight, but the clouds will slowly clear up, so we might be able to see just partly cloudy skies by midnight and mostly sunny skies throughout Wednesday. Then from tomorrow night till next week, expect partly cloudy skies. All along, we're also looking at isolated showers or 20% chance of rain. Winds are blowing towards east, which is traditional wind direction on dry season. However, speed of wind seems to be a little rough as we are looking at 20 miles tonight and 25 tomorrow. Weak trade wind disturbance is expected to arrive on Thursday, but with little effect, so we are looking at only 20 miles per hour on Thursday. Temperatures will vary from 77 to upper 80s on Guam and 75 to upper 80s on Saipan. Notice upper 80s on Saipan is few degrees higher than last week on Saipan.
So you're not as, you didn't have coffee today?
No, gloomy.
I can tell. Yeah, you're kind of like the weather today. Just a little gloomy. Just a little. Aww.
Also the exam.
Okay. All right, well, thank you, Joanna, for that report.
Thank you.
Well, some big news from the insurance industry today. Stay-Well Insurance announced that it is now under sole ownership. PNC's Betsy Brown joins us with more on this breaking story. Betsy?
Stay-Well is calling this sale a buyout because it was one of the company's original founders, Chen Yu Mak, who purchased the company from its previous shareholders, putting it solely under her ownership. Mak is also the new president and CEO of Stay-Well and Island Home Insurance Company. Now, a little background on Chen. She's been involved with Stay-Well since 1988 and in 2008 formed the Island Home Insurance Company to be the underwriter for Stay-Well Insurance. While announcing the buyout today, Stay-Well promised that the same values and commitment would continue, but with new energy and focus. Matt is quoted in a news release saying that she's confident and positive about Stay-Well's future because she says it has an outstanding team of managers and employees.
Thanks, Betsy, for that business report. And other health-related news, the island's 6 cases of pertussis in recent weeks has been confirmed by laboratory tests, according to the Department of Public Health and Social Services. This case in a 13-year-old child has been linked to a previously reported case. Pertussis, commonly known as whooping cough, is a highly contagious bacterial disease of the respiratory tract. Unimmunized or incompletely immunized young infants are particularly vulnerable, according to DPHSS. The disease is primarily spread by direct contact with discharge from the nose and throat of an infected individual. Below is the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommended vaccination schedule.
And CNMI Congressman Gregorio Khalili Sablan is reportedly doing well following back surgery at George Washington University Hospital on Monday. PNC's Washington correspondent Matt Kay reports.
Sablan's office says the congressman's back surgery to alleviate pressure on his spine was successful. Neurosurgeon Dr. Anthony Caputi led a surgical team and described Khalili's operation as completely normal and according to expectation. The operation started at 7:30 a.m. local time and lasted about 3 hours, according to Sablan's office. Sablan is expected to remain at GWU Hospital for several days to recover from the surgery. He'll then have an extended period of home recovery with limited activity. The congressman, now in his 4th term, will then start physical therapy to restore full mobility. Sablan will be sidelined for a total of about 2 months. Sablan said last month that flying back and forth to Washington from Saipan took a toll on his health, especially his back, and that he could no longer ignore the problem.
And I've tried to ignore the problem, basically, to keep up with the pace of the work, but I can no longer do it. we've tried several other things with my doctors, but we have we now agree. I agree with my doctors that my only choice is surgery.
But Sablon said in February the prognosis for recovery was good.
My doctors tell me that my chances of a full recovery is very good, and that I will come back and be able to be more healthy and get back to a full schedule. Obviously, that may take 2 months of limited mobility for me.
Sablon serves on the House Natural Resources and Education and the Workforce Committees, 2 panels key for the islands, but expects to stay in touch through emails and his congressional staff. Khalili's wife, Andrea, thanked NMI constituents and other members of Congress and Capitol Hill staff for their prayers and well wishes. Andrea said the prayers will speed her husband's healing. On Capitol Hill, Matt Kay for PNC News.
The Guam Water Works Authority is doing another round of smoke testing. These smoke tests involve literally pumping in odorless, non-toxic smoke into the island's sewer lines. GWA spokeswoman Heidi Ballendorf tells PNC that this is part of their court-ordered projects. These tests help them identify cracks or leaks in their sewer lines, and they help them to identify potential illegal hookups. Illegal sewer hookups can come at a hefty fine.
We're here by Slingshot, and the crews will be progressing all the way down. This is with D-Tree and our contractor, and GWA crews will go all the way to the Weston as much as we can today. And then tomorrow we're going to be down by Fujita Beach Road, and we're going to go in the opposite direction towards the Cushing Zoo.
Ballendorf says that if any customers have concerns with the smoke testing, they can call 646-4211.